I've spoken here a couple of times before as one of the founding members of this Rocky Mountain Creation Fellowship. About 8 years ago, I was asked, along with lots of other people, to write something for a book. And the editor here was greatly annoyed that the secular world says that there's no competent PhD type scientists who believe in creation. And so he got 50 of us to write chapters in this book in 6 days, Why 50 Scientists Choose to Believe in Creation. This is available from Master Books, and other times I've had copies of this available downstairs. I got lots in the car too. In terms of Noah's Ark search, Bob Cornuke, who lives down in Monument, has written this book a couple years ago, and in the back he talks about one of my discoveries of which mountain it was on which, and Ed Davis thought he saw Noah's Ark in 1943. It turned out to be an optical illusion, but nobody had known which mountain it was until a couple of years ago when I figured it out from satellite information. Okay, well, I'm going to sit down here so I'm not blocking the view of those in the front. This talk was put together a couple months ago. My congregation asked me to do this topic as part of a series on apologetics, just understanding or defending the Bible and the biblical faith. Since I have my first degree is in astrophysics from the University of Rochester, this is an appropriate topic for me. My PhD is in atmospheric science, and I have continuing education in geology from Colorado School of Mines, so I can cover most of the earth sciences. Okay, for the pretty pictures, there's going to be lots of pretty pictures in this talk because the Lord's made all these beautiful things out there to look at. Over on the left side, I have a picture that I took when I was down in Australia, and the little foreground, yeah, the front ones anyway. The foreground is a little outback town called Gunnedah in New South Wales. We were there, my wife and I, to help put on a vacation Bible school. And right here is the Southern Cross, which we don't see from the Denver area, and Alpha and Beta Centauri up right there. There's the nearest stars to our solar system. Due to the slight arcing there, you can tell where the South Pole is located. Let's see, there. Okay. Cosmology, and basically we're trying to answer the question, why and how does this universe exist? Now there's lots of different opinions, and we can classify them. Some of them are natural and some are supernatural. By natural and random processes only. For those people, the belief systems are naturalism, Darwinism, evolutionism. There's another group that says, well, it's all an illusion. It's not even reality. And Mary Baker Eddy and various Eastern religions hold this type of view. And if everything is there by natural causes, there is no accountability to any superior being. And that's what they really want to stress. Well, over on the other side, the supernatural thing, we can... There's ideas that the universe was created by a remote, aloof God who set the world going and then went away, or too far away to be involved. Theism and Islam could be in that category. Or down in the lower right, we have an all-powerful personal God, and that's the biblical Christianity. For either of these, we do have accountability to the Creator. Okay, there's a bunch of natural laws that do exist, and historically it was only in the Western culture on the foundation of the Christian faith that modern science originated and discovered the natural laws. The Bible presented an intelligent, rational God who could be expected to design a universe with orderly laws. And the role of the scientist is to discover and apply those laws. And that was the big breakthrough in our Western culture, there are certain brilliant scientists who decided, well, let's see what God has done. Okay, so in the created world, and we have to remember that God is not created, but he is the creator. He is outside of creation. It looks like I just lost the sound. Okay, I just lost the ringing. That's even better. We do have a law of cause and effect, that all things have a cause. We have the first law of thermodynamics, which in simple terms says that energy and matter may be interchanged, like in nuclear reactions, but their sum remains a constant. And very simply, we can't get something from nothing. This is a fundamental law that we do not see violated at all. The second law of thermodynamics gets very complicated in terms of the actual physical expressions of it, but we can generally simplify it to that energy available for work decreases with time. And the universe is running down, deteriorating, things decay, and that is a universal observation. In a local system, with energy input, things can go the other way, but in the universe as a whole, we do have the running down, deterioration, and so on. We also have laws of electricity, magnetism, gravity, motion, chemistry, and so on. All these are natural laws. These are things that scientists over the ages have figured out just by studying God's creation. Okay, the stars, and that's one important thing to be looking at. Just looking at the sky, we can tell that the universe is finite in size, and the stars are finite in number. Otherwise, there would be stars in every direction, and the sky would be permanently bright, not dark. In other words, there are places where you can look and there's no star out to infinity, and we just see the blackness there. And of course, from the Psalms, we read